I don't care if I'm the first person to say this, but us Somalis are not black. There's a difference between African and black. Let me ask you a question. Are Moroccans and Egyptians black? Tradition, our history, our culture are so much more different compared to these other countries that are actually black. Josh Bill, if you're not black, what are you? I'm Somali. Let me ask you a question. If you were to see a very dark Indian man, would he be identified as a black person or just an Indian?
I don't think you are going to be happy with me, but let me start. Somalis deny Africanity. They do not want to be identified as African. They want to be Arabs. And the Arabs are pushing them. There's a dilemma here. You see, there's identity crisis here now. I don't have identity crisis. I'm an African, and there are so many Africans in Africa. I don't have identity crisis.
What do you think about Somalis that say that they're not black?
That is, they're high as fuck.
So you men are black, yeah?
Yeah, hell yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, let me ask you, why is there such a big spectrum for white people? Like, they go from Russia to fucking... I don't give a fuck. Spanish people are white. Bro, fucking Arabs are white. They're all white, but like... But when it comes to Africans, why can't there be a spectrum? Why can't it be one side to the other side? Black is black, bro. Look at our complexion. How you say we're not black?
I mean, what? Like, it's literally, we're the same.
Bro, we're all see this fucking world. He's like, what? Like, we're all the same, bro.
You're taking a piss out of us.
What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know what it is too? I understand that some people feel like, because people used to take a piss out of Somalis. When we were growing up, they'd be like, oh, you're not black. That's what they used to say to us. Do you feel like, so there's a lot of people, they'd be like, you know what? We're not black. All right, we're not black.
Do you feel like it's based off like culture though? Because like when people think of black, they think of black culture, like African culture, Jamaican culture.
Bro, Somalis are very homogenous. We're just very we've never been really conquered.
Are Somalis black? This is a question that sparks a lot of debate, pride, confusion, and sometimes division. And in a world where race is often weaponized, politicized, and misunderstood, conversations about African identity aren't just personal, they're deeply political. And today we are unpacking the identity, the history, and the layered cultural context around Somalis and blackness.
Round it up on Black British culture. Are Somalis black?
Yes.
That was a quick answer.
I mean, I've seen the debates, but I mean, you guys are black, like, please.
Yeah.
I mean
it's been like, I was born into these debates happening and came into school straight away. It was like, well, you guys aren't really.
I mean, so black. What are you then? Arab? Like, I don't.
We're
no,
not.
You're black. Okay, you're black. Okay.
No. That's you know what I mean? I thought maybe. For some reason, I was expecting a political answer.
Oh, no. I know listen, if you've got black ancestry, you've got black parents, black grandparents, black great-grandparents, you're black.
Damn right. Man, what a way.
I need one reason why Somalians, they say they are not blacks. I have a lot of friends that are Somalian. I love their women. But the Somalians that I know are nice people, amazing. But I want y'all to give me one reason why you guys say you are not blacks. You are Somali or Somalians. Us as Africans, as blacks, we want to know that reason. Because it seems like some of you Somalians are getting out of hands. So we need to know. That is a life, not a joke.
It's so humiliating and embarrassing that some Somalis, that the ones that don't see themselves as black, went and voted for Donald Trump. Like, out of everybody, are you serious? Oof! Right now. Let's pack your bags. Oof!
So do you guys think Somali people are black?
I do.
You know I do as well.
Okay.
I consider them black.
I believe Somali people are black. Why? From Africa. When fucking a white person, Indian, any other culture sees us, they see black.
And on top of that, just to add on, why is there such a broad spectrum for white? It broads from Russia to Spain to Finland. All of them are to Canada. They're all considered white. But how come black cannot have a spectrum? You get what I'm trying to say? How come we can't have from one end to the other end?
But I don't get why people say Somali people are not black.
Yo, do you know what it is? The country of Somalia is the most homogenous country in the world. Like, we marry amongst each other. We have our, like, we're a very tight-knit group.
Somalia is a country in the Horn of Africa. It sits on the African continent geographically, politically, and even historically. But when it comes to race and identity, the question of whether Somalis are black isn't always straightforward, especially depending on who you ask and from where. And many Somalis identify as black and African proudly, but some reject the label black, preferring to identify as Cushitic or Arab influenced or ethnically distinct from what they see as blackness, especially the Western version of black identity shaped by slavery, by diaspora, and even racism. And you see, in Western countries, black is often a social and political label more than an ethnic one. And it includes people from the Caribbean, African Americans, Afro-Latinos, and yes, even Africans. But in places like East Africa or the Middle East, race works differently. Here's where it gets complex. Somalis are indigenous Africans with rich pre-colonial history, trading empires, and even deep-rooted ties to East African culture. However, some Somalis also have historical links to Arab traders, that is, which influences how some view their identity. And to this, the anti-blackness that exists in parts of the Arab world and even in East Africa itself, and some Somalis may internalize a desire to separate themselves from blackness to avoid social stigma. But let's be clear here, race is a social contract. And the question shouldn't be, are Somalis black enough? But rather, why do so many black people feel the need to prove their blackness to others? Western media has often promoted a narrow image of what black looks like, usually based on West African or even African American features, or even histories and even cultures. And Somalis challenge that. They remind us that blackness isn't one thing. It's a spectrum. It's a family. It's history. It's struggle. It's beauty. And yes, it's Somali too. So, are Somalis really black? And the answer is yes. But like all identity conversations, the real question is, are we ready to embrace the fullness of what blackness truly is?